Hiya, and welcome back to Rain Check, the game that teaches us that it is time to say hello to Ro. I do not know how to pronounce his name. Just watch Monty be the leader of an underground syndicate. I will laugh my ass off. Anyways, let's just hop right in. We gotta go to the extras menu for this because the saves are dead. They're dead and they're dead and they're dead forever. Alrighty. We're a bottom. We asked if he was okay, and we did not. We went to our room. It's a ways down, and right here. I rise from bed and stretch my tired limbs, letting out a soft groan as I mute my alarm and wake from my nap. Jeez. My gaze is drawn to the softly blinking segmenter on my bedside table. Alright, maybe it's time to figure out what this thing does. I pick it up, power it on, and find myself staring at the tiny LED screen, feeling a bit lost. Wait, is it OLED or LCD? I mean, it says it's LED. However, like, my brain is just thinking, is it OLED or LCD? The wonderful things my brain thinks of. I completely ignore the important details and focus on shit like this. I pick it up, power it on, and find myself staring at the tiny LED screen, feeling a bit lost. With just a handful of buttons, it can't be that complicated, can it? I press each button methodically, but the screen remains unchanged. I try aiming the segmenter around, but unsurprisingly, nothing happens. Feeling frustrated, I opt for a quick refresh in the bathroom instead. God, I look like a mess. I fixate on the bruise on my thigh, wincing as I gently prod it. Well, at least it's not getting any worse, I guess. Huh? I wonder who that could be. Rose said he'd let me know when they're coming to pick me up. I cautiously approach the door, curiosity rising. Looking through the spyglass, I find it darker than expected. Did the hallway lights go out? Barely able to make out a nervous-looking hyena on the side. Who is this guy? Hi, can I help you? I speak up, making sure they can hear me through the door. There's your power out too. I'm staying in the room next to you. He just killed the electricity. My power? I hit the light switch by the door. No, it seems fine. Yeah, I guess I'll talk with the front desk about it, thanks. The hyena disappears from view before I slowly open the door and notice the lights in the hallway flickering. Wait. I look down at the segmenter, still in my paws. Did I do that? Holy shit, this thing has crazy range. Well, now that I know what it's capable of, I shouldn't mess around with it anymore. I see why Javier was so cautious earlier. Walk over to my bedside and pick up my phone. Hello?
We'll be there in 30 minutes. Please change into something more inconspicuous.
Hey, Javier, sure, what should I... The call abruptly ends before I can finish my question. Well, so much for that.
Did I do that?
It's been over 40 minutes now. This drive feels way longer than I remember. We haven't really talked much either, since Rose focused on driving and Javier's typing away on his laptop. Eventually, I can spot the familiar lights blinking from the cooling towers off in the distance. We must be getting close. Shine bright like a diamond. Yes! Yes, Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Such a beautiful song. But also, what we can become. We can be in the sky shining like diamonds. We'd be Gary! Exactly! Eventually, I can spot the familiar lights blinking from the cooling towers off in the distance. You must be getting close. Whoa, we're almost there. How are you feeling, Theodore? Honestly, still kinda nervous, but at least I'm not scared anymore. Good. You have nothing to be afraid of. I wanna know why I got those texts, and why the power plant. What does it all mean? There's Monty, too. Exactly! I wonder what the connection is, or if there even is any. The car suddenly jolts, causing Javier's laptop to fall on the floor.
Could you try to avoid the potholes? I'm working here.
Okay, bitch. How about I drive over 3 more, just for you? The fox focuses back on his laptop, sounding defeated. Are you almost done?
No, I'm not. I'm trying to wrap up the decryption process on the data Lawrence gave me, among some other things. But it's taking longer than expected. If it's not PGP2, then... Don't tell me it's...
Fox continues to murmur to himself about the contents on his screen that I don't fully understand. Some time passes and the familiar sights of the streets and buildings around me start to become recognizable. In any case, we're as close as we can be. The fox closes the laptop shut and stores it away in the glove compartment.
Alright, I wasn't getting anywhere anyway, thanks to somebody!
So, what's the plan? Ro parks the car and the two of them turn around to face me. We did some more investigating earlier and found out this place was decommissioned years ago, yet it's still operating.
Which means the people, the activity, and especially the signal shouldn't have been there earlier. I got the paperwork and the warrant pre-approved, signed, and submitted so we can infiltrate inside, too.
What? Ro's sudden sharp voice catches me off guard.
What do you mean, what?
That's not why I asked you to get the paperwork signed. We're not going inside.
But then why the hell did you ask me to do it?
So we can be here in the first place and collect information that's defensible in court.
Okay, and? We already went in earlier, so the warrant practically covers us going in again.
Well, what's going on? What's this warrant? We need to get a warrant every time we investigate any points of interest. It lets us investigate and deem any information we gather there to be lawful and usable in court if needed. Normally, we get one approved before we visit a location, but we couldn't get one approved for this morning on such short notice until recently.
Which means we had to get permission to go inside, since that's what we did earlier. Which we're not. You saw.
Which we're not. You saw what happened. It's too dangerous. We're going to stay outside and survey from a distance.
What? Too dangerous? Could have taken on at least 24 of those guys if you weren't too busy saving that pig earlier. Let's have Theodore go inside alone while I sneak back in to investigate the signal. Meanwhile, you can keep an eye on Theodore, just be safe.
No.
Why do you always have to be so stubborn?
You hear yourself, it's too dangerous. Theodore could get hurt. Hi.
That's why you're there.
The two continue arguing until Ro raises his voice, which silences Javier and shakes the entire car. Since we can't come to a decision, why don't we ask Theodore? It's his issue, after all.
Fine, that sounds good to me. I'm sure Theodore can pick the obvious answer here.
The two stare at me eagerly, each hoping I'll side with them. Huh? You guys want me to decide?
Yes, now choose. We don't have all night.
Ro's plan. Honestly, I think Ro might be right. Considering what happened the first time, I don't want to risk a second encounter. Let's stay outside. I don't think going back in is a good idea. What if they brought backup now? Couldn't have said it better myself. You're the man. We'll be scouting from here. The fox shakes his head in defeat, sighing as he pulls out his laptop and shrugs.
Fine, fine. I'll see what I can do from over here.
The fox starts tapping away on his laptop, the screen constantly changing and flashing text I have no idea the meaning of. Did I actually accidentally make the word pig into a slur? Did I actually do that? Don't know how. The fox starts tapping away on his laptop, the screen constantly changing and flashing text I have no idea the meaning of. We're still a bit away from the power plant. Should we go closer, or...
No, we'd be in plain sight of the cameras, and I don't think turning them off would be wise if we're scouting.
Ro takes out a pair of binoculars and peers out the driver's side door. Is there anything I could be doing right now to help? Neither of them respond as they're occupied doing their own things. I guess I'll try to figure out where we are. Reach into my pocket and take out my phone, opening the map up.
Put that away!
Huh? My phone?
Yes! It's interfering with my scans!
Oh, right. Okay, then. I quickly stuff my phone back in my pants and stare out at the flickering lights in the distance of the power plant.
If you want to be useful, I suggest you join Ro and see if you spot anything odd from here.
He turns around and points to a road offshooting from the power plant. Sure. Minutes pass by as my face is pressed against the window, trying to spot any abnormalities off in the distance. We also licked the window a couple times. I feel like I need to bring that up. We licked the window! To be honest, there's not much to see, just some factory buildings here and there. I switched sides, trying to see if I missed anything. But this side feels even more barren, if that's even possible. Huh. Come to think of it, what kind of places would set up shop here anyway?
Hey! Where do you think you're going?
Trying to see if there's a better angle to observe from. The sight lines are obscured here. Are obstructed here. Rose steps out and circles behind the car, moving to the side of the road with his binoculars still in paw. Move back over to Javier, who's busy tapping away at his laptop. Hey, Javier, do you think I should join him? Fox motions me to exit the car as he shakes his head, his attention focused on his screen. Javier?
Go!
Go!
I would appreciate the silence while I try to scan the area. Just don't do anything crazy!
I spot Ro off in the distance on top of a small hill and wave to him as I jog over. Hey, joining me? Yeah, Javier said he needed to focus, so I'm out here now. Here, take a look over there in this direction. Ro passes me the binoculars in his paw, and I try to look at wherever he's pointing at. Do you see what I'm seeing? I squint and try my best to discern what I'm looking at through the lens. There's a long black line squirming across the ground, moving in a strange rhythmic way. I doubt we'd see this without the binoculars and from this exact angle too. What is that thing? Some kind of snake? No, that can't be it. No, not a snake. Look at the tip. The tip? Try to get a better look and catch the occasional light flying from the end of the rope. Are those sparks? Is that a live wire or something? Exactly. I was at that exact section earlier, and I can tell you that wasn't there. Suspicious, wouldn't you agree? Yeah, what do you think could have caused that? I'm not sure, but whatever happened, people normally don't leave shit like that lying around. And judging by how quiet it is, I'd say the entire area is deserted. Now that I think about it, everything out here feels a little too calm. Maybe it's just the time of night? Oh, or maybe everyone went home. Can't say unless we head inside, but with what I'm seeing, I'd say it's best to stay out here. Wouldn't want to accidentally get electrocuted. Okay, but Ro, counterpoint, you throw us. You just like pick us up and you throw us into the building. And we distract them by doing a sick as hell backflip. Ro, just throw us into the building. We'll distract them by doing a sick as hell backflip. And then you and Javier can sneak inside through the back. The plan's foolproof! Wait. Can Theodore do a backflip? Counterpoint. Which out of the three of them can do a backflip? If any of the developers are watching this, which of them can do a backflip? Ro? Alright. Javier, get your tiny ass out here. We gotta throw Ro into the building and then we can sneak in through the back. You gotta lift Ro up, throw him into the building, he can distract them by doing a sick as hell backflip, and then we can sneak in through the back. Javier genuinely looks like he's never had a carb in his life. He's tiny. Like, a stiff breeze could carry him off. Like, if he jumps high enough, a stiff breeze can just, like, pick him up and carry him all the way to Mount Everest. Yeah, Theodore clearly ate his veggies and drank his milk. So did Ro, and look at them. They grew up to be big and strong. Wouldn't want to accidentally get electrocuted. Ro glances over at me and shrugs. That's to say, I think we scared those thugs away. I doubt they'd be bothering you anytime soon, if at all. Ro's ears suddenly twitch and he pushes me back behind him. There's a car coming. Find somewhere to hide. I managed to scurry behind an electrical box nearby us, with Rue taking cover behind some shrubs. Wait. I'm trying to remember what it is. Trying to remember what that one thing is. Is it osteoporosis? That's the one with the weak bones, right? Okay. I don't know why, but I'm thinking Javier might have osteoporosis. I managed to scurry behind an electrical box nearby us, with Ro taking cover behind some shrubs. It's faint at first, but the sound of tires grinding against gravel grows louder until we spot a silver sedan driving past us. I look over to Rose, frantically motioning me back to our car.
Did you guys see that?
Yes. Rose starts the car and immediately turns it around to follow after the sedan. Did you see where it came from, Javier?
No, I didn't notice it until I was already passing by. I was focusing on scanning the area. Did the car come from the power plant?
We didn't see it. Ro only heard it coming from the distance.
What, so you're telling me this car might not even be from the power plant?
Iridescent Drive doesn't connect to any other main road. Who would be here unless they're from the power plant?
I don't know. What about people like us? You didn't see them come out of the power plant. They could have originated from anywhere for all we know. For example, there's an auto repair shop a few more blocks down the road. We can't rule out...
At this time of night, I doubt it. Now, folks, we can't let the car out of sights. Ro continues to speed down the road, his eyes locked onto the car ahead, just barely in view. Even though there isn't any traffic around this area at this time of night, I can't help but grow nervous as Ro speeds through light after light. This goes on for several minutes before I decide to speak up. We won't get pulled over, right?
Yes, we'll be fine. According to the police patrol schedule, they don't scout this area until the mornings.
Patrol schedule? How did you manage to get a hold of that?
Found it wide open on display in their servers. What they get for not using encryption.
I can make out the faint sound of Javier chuckling before Rose sneers at him. Ahem. If you could make yourself useful.
All right.
Javier reaches over and grabs the binoculars from Rose's side before putting them on.
We need to get closer. And be on a road with fewer bumps so can barely track the car with how much we're shaking.
No need. They're getting on the highway. I might be able to get right behind them. The engine suddenly roars as Rose steps on the gas, and my body falls back against the seat. We weave in and out of lanes, trying to make our way closer to the sedan.
Just a few cars behind. I think I can make out the first letter of their plate.
Lean forward, trying to get a better view as well, but as if they knew we were following, the car switched lanes at the last second. Fucking hell! Ro follows immediately and dangerously changes 3 lanes over, nearly causing me to slam against the door. Heading off to the city, huh? Ro maneuvers the car and we're barely able to squeeze through a lane of cars onto the exit ramp.
Watch it!
Let out a sigh of relief as we somehow avoid hitting anything.
The car's straying. I don't think we'll make it in time.
The sedan managed to turn left off the ramp and onto another road just as the lights change. Oh, and I don't think we can follow them, not with cars in front of us waiting to turn. How annoying. Rose suddenly turns the wheel to one side and accelerates, launching the car onto the shoulder of the road. Wait, it's a red light! It's fine, I got this. Without wasting a second, the wolf drifts the car gracefully, turning it left onto the road. Cars slam on their brakes, trying not to collide into us as Rose stabilizes the car and speeds after our target.
Watch it!
Yay! We're violating traffic laws. We just violated so many traffic laws. Yay, crime!
Ugh. Watch it!
Within seconds, we start to slow down as the car enters the city. Traffic builds fast, and before we know it, we're at a complete stop.
This is annoying. Theodore, can you spot the car ahead?
I squint, trying my best to single out the car in a sea of taillights. No. I mean, that looks like it. I scratch my head and let out a nervous chuckle. No, that's not it either. I don't think I can see anything from this angle. There. Ro points off in the distance, pinpointing our target with ease.
Are you sure that's them? Just look at how many silver cars are in front of us.
Just a hunch.
Please don't waste my time.
Ro starts steering the car between lanes, sneaking past cars as he tries to inch closer to the sedan. I don't know whether or not I should be anxious or impressed. Eventually, after what feels like a lifetime of turning and stopping, we manage to land ourselves directly behind the car. Javier takes out his phone and discreetly snaps a photo of the license plate.
VQ1W92ZL. Noted.
Tinted glass, huh? Suspicious. Try my best to look through the glass in front, but Ro catches me staring and waves a paw to stop me. They can still see us if they look in their mirrors. Just act casual. Right. We follow the car with ease down several streets and turns now that they're right in front of us. Oh, wait a second. This street looks familiar. Stare at the side of the road, and that's when I spot the familiar shape of the Grand Marine looming above. Wait, what street is this? Isn't that the Grand Marine?
Main, and yes, that is.
This just got interesting. Huh? What do you mean? Look, they're turning in. Look ahead, seeing the silver sedan turn into the parking lot of the Grand Marine, with Rose following swiftly behind.
How intriguing.
Javier's voice hitches before he turns to look at me, his face visible with curiosity.
Assuming this person is from the power plant, if they've come here, then there's a high non-zero chance they've come for Theodore.
I blinked several times, trying to understand what the fox said. What do you mean?
I mean, this person is trying to come after you for putting a wrench in their plans earlier. I'm referring to the text you received.
Oh, you're right. I swallow hard and sink down in my seat. We're jumping to conclusions. Besides, we're here. You'll be fine. After a brief moment, Ro stops and parks the car, taking off his suit as quickly as he can.
Really?
Rather be less conspicuous. Ro points to a silver car that's parked a few spots ahead. That's them. Quick, let's follow them before they get away. I follow Ro as close as I can as we make our way up the elevator, exiting on the casino floor.
Are you positive this is the floor he stopped at?
Yes. Like I said, he was the only one that entered the elevator. The monitor showed he stopped on this floor.
But what if he got off the floor just to take the stairs?
Quiet. Rose starts scanning around, his attention fixed towards the casino lounge. We're going inside. Look for Snow Leopard with a face mask. Javier, make sure we're not being recorded.
Alright. You two go on ahead. I'll do the preliminaries around here first.
We continue walking in and past the security gate, and that's when I notice that it's unoccupied. Hey, isn't there supposed to be security here? Pretty sure we're not supposed to just walk on in like this. He nods once without breaking his gaze on his search. Must be on break then. Lucky us. Hey, yeah. Feels weird to be back here again. It's only natural. You don't think that cat is still here? Doubt it. You sent them flying, remember? Yeah. Don't think they'll be back here ever again. Rose suddenly extends his arm out, stopping me without saying a word. He motions to the bar counter from across the lounge in front of us. Him. The one ordering drinks. Him? My eyes lock onto the Snow Leopard casually sipping from his glass. I mean, I guess he looks kind of suspicious just standing there, but he just looks like a normal guy. They usually do. If I'm being honest, he kind of looks like someone I knew in college. That he does. But yeah, he really isn't doing much. Should we keep watching him? There's a sudden light tap on my tail, causing the two of us to turn around.
There you guys are!
We found him. The fox peers around Rose's massive frame and shakes his head.
We nearly died in your car chase for him? Are you sure we got the right guy? He looks nothing like the kind of people we were running into before.
Yes, I saw him get out of the silver car.
Well, how do you know we ended up following the right car? Well, the whole street was basically filled with silver cars the moment we got off the highway. Not to mention the fact that the city is filled with...
Rose swats his large paw on Javier's shoulder, nearly squashing him as Ro glares him down. Just trust me. This is our guy.
Ugh. Alright, I'll play along even though I feel like this is just some normal civilian.
So what's the plan? Do we just keep an eye on him, or we stay here for now? After he drinks a few more glasses, one of us can go over and talk to him. Ro naturally turns to look at Javier.
Oh, please, don't look at me! Aren't you the one with experience when it comes to chatting up other men at bars?
Hmm.
I already scanned the area, it's your turn to do something.
I don't mind going over. Definitely not. There's a high chance he recognizes who you are if you're being targeted, even after a few drinks. We were all at the power plant, but Javier's the one that looks the most harmless.
Hey! I'm right here! Just because I'm short and skinny doesn't mean I won't tase you.
This is giving similar energy to that one guy, that one twink who, I genuinely thought he was going to beat the shit out of me with a ladle. This is giving similar energy. Okay, so while I was still at my previous school, I was getting brunch, and there was this one guy who, by pure comparison, maybe looked straight. He was serving breakfast, or he was serving brunch, and I ordered the pierogies. He's like, you need to get the meat sauce and cheese. He was holding the label, not the label, the ladle threateningly. He was holding it threateningly.
Just because I'm short and skinny doesn't mean I won't tase you.
I stand there awkwardly, trying not to laugh at the fox when I spot a familiar white-furred figure a few rows away. Oh, Ro? Isn't that the security guard we saw before? He follows my gaze and scoffs. That's stick up the ass. What was his name again? Christopher? Yeah, I think so. How do you even hold such an unthreatening weapon in a threatening way? He was so persistent! He was so persistent that I get the meat sauce and cheese while holding the label, the ladle. I keep getting the words ladle and label confused while holding the ladle threateningly. Yeah, I think so. Looks like he's coming this way.
Who? What are you two talking about?
Ro pushes us towards some seats further back, just out of Christopher's line of sight as he walks past us and heads towards the bar. Oh no, he was gay. I said he made me look straight by pure comparison.
I told you not to push me around like that.
Javier brushes off his sleeves and adjusts his collar before glancing toward the bar with us.
Now, can someone tell me just who this Christopher is?
No one important, just some security guard I tried to shake off Theodore's ass when he was attacked yesterday.
Well, it looks like our security guard friends knows this snow leopard too. Let me see if I can pick up on what they're saying.
Javier pulls out his phone and bit flipper, attaches the two and pops in a small earbud. Glance back at the bar as Javier starts quietly narrating their conversation.
Hey, took you long enough. What do you mean? You didn't tell me you were arriving so soon. I told you, man, I'd be here after work. You didn't check your phone again, did you? Whatever, it doesn't matter. How have you been lately? Me? You know how it is. Work's been shitty as always. I made a fuck up yesterday and my boss has been grilling me over it.
Ouch. What did you do this time?
Same shit I told you last night.
The wrong files?
Yes, I sent the wrong files to the system and it caused a fucking mess with the messaging. It fucking sucks, but what can you do? Anyway, seen the news about the football match last night?
Yup. Can't believe we're down for almost the entire game until the end. Javier takes out his earbud and rolls his eyes.
They're talking about sports and other mundane topics now.
Sounds like Christopher's friend's been having a rough day at work.
And now they're talking about video games. I'm starting to think we ended up following the wrong person. The way I see it, there are two possible options. Either we did follow right car the entire time, but they were working further down than the power plant, or we lost sight of the sedan, and with so many silver cars on the road, we ended up following the wrong one.
Yeah, and there were a few times we lost sight of the car for a few seconds. Javier pats Rose's arm in a patronizing way and nods.
Nobody's perfect. We all get it wrong sometimes.
What are they saying now? Rose's eyes remain fixed on the two at the bar, who now seem more relaxed and animated.
There's something about going back home and hanging out. You still don't think...
We should follow them. I have a suspicion.
Are you saying we should be wasting our time? Are you sure we should be wasting our time on this? No offense to Theodore, but I think those texts he got earlier were just some kind of cruel prank. If anything, Theodore just got pranked by some gang of hooligans with nothing better to do than scare people like him. It explains most, if not all, of what's been going on.
What do you think? Wolf looks at me now and Javier follows his lead, waiting on my input. Ears flat a bit as I let out an awkward chuckle. I really don't know. I mean, they could be suspicious, but at the same time, they don't really seem like it. Maybe we did end up following the wrong guy.
Precisely. Plus, if that snow leopard was really from the power plant or those texts, you'd think he'd have done something about Theodore by now. It's just a coincidence, all circumstantial.
Alright then, I'll drop it. Oh, Ro!
Good. The last thing I want to do is go on another one of your wild adventures this late at night. I'm sure Theodore's had enough for today, too.
Heh, I guess.
Well, glad that's settled.
Javier tucks his equipment neatly back into his pockets and turns to me.
I don't suspect the text will return in anything serious, so we won't be seeing each other anymore. Thank you for not getting in our way. Especially mine. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Javier. Thanks for helping me.
It was somewhat bearable.
Hey, what about the reservation in half an hour?
Ah, right. I only made it because you wanted to go. I'd rather go back home and do more analysis on the harbor. You can go, or maybe even take Theodore with you.
Javier wastes no time disappearing, leaving just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Is he always like this? Yes. Ro glances back at the bar and lets out a disappointed sigh. Looks like they left while we were talking. Whatever. Are you hungry? Me? Maybe a bit. Why? Javier made reservations at the restaurant here, but I'm sure you just heard. He won't be going. Oh, I thought you guys were kidding about inviting me. Maybe he was, but I'm not. Besides, nothing like some free food to wind down for the day. Free? It's reserved under his card, so... He nudges my shoulder gently and motions to the elevators. My face flushes when I realize I'm about to have dinner with Ro. Come on, enough idling around, you in? Okay, I mean, yeah, sure. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. Thinking of. You will not get this from any other guy. I just wanna tell you how I'm feeling. I wanna make you understand. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, sure. Great, because I'm starving. I don't monetize my shit. Okay, great, because I'm starving. We exit onto the 60th floor just like I expected. Ro looks around, clearly unimpressed with the decor as he searches for the restaurant entrance. Oh, okay, so we're going to the Escapade. You been there before? No, but I stopped by the other day while exploring the hotel. It isn't as busy as I thought. Probably because this place is mainly for rich asses. I guess. I come to a sudden stop, eyeing Ro with concern as it hits me how out of place I look in my outfit. Should I go back and change, or... Don't bother, there's no rules about that. Unless it really bothers you. No, I was just wondering, cause... It's not like my outfit fits anyway. That's true. Alright, I thought Javier said you wanted to come here. No. That was just his excuse. If I had to guess, you want to check this place out for the atmosphere. We wasted so much of his free time today, guess he's busy. I glance away as my face warms up, guilt settling in. That was my fault, wasn't it? You're fine, don't worry about him. Besides, I would never come to a place like this on my own. Bunch of high-class, pretentious slop. Can't stand people who actually enjoy this shit. A familiar-looking canine steps out from the front doors and bows. Really hope they didn't hear that last part. The staff smiles politely at Ro, but their expression shifts slightly when their eyes land on me. Probably because of how I'm dressed. Welcome to the Escapade. Do you two have a reservation? Table for two. Reservation under Javier. Yes, we've been expecting you to. You are early. We do have a table ready near the VIPs if you'd like to be seated now. Sure, whatever. Very well, right this way. We step inside and I immediately feel like a fish out of water. The place is lavish decorations hanging from the ceiling, glistening chandeliers, polished floors. I can't help but linger behind as I take it all in. Everything's so fancy. Notice row further ahead, already waiting and motioning for me to catch up. Sorry, I'm just not used to all this. I thought the hotel was fancy, but this is on another level. Oh, I take it it's your first time in a place like this? Yeah, it's pretty obvious, huh? Just a little. Ro lets out a short chuckle as the staff leads us to our table. I will return in just a moment. We sit down and I'm still taking in every detail, the intricate paintings, the velvet seats. Even the cutlery looks expensive. Hey. Ro's voice cuts through my thoughts, sharp enough to snap me out of it. Huh? The waiter wants to know what you want to order. Look up to see a tall, suited hyena patiently waiting beside our table. Oh, shoot, I was too distracted and didn't even look at the menu. Need another minute? Well, I don't want to be that guy who holds everyone up. I'll just get whatever you're having. Alright then. 2 of the steaks. The waiter nods and writes it down before moving on to another table. Now, how did we get our steak? How is it getting cooked? You good? Well done. No. No. Wait, he said well done? Let me check. No, he didn't say well done. You good? Ro chuckles and I try my best to smile back without looking completely awkward. Yeah, just taking it all in. You don't like eating blood? Fair enough. Like, I like there to be a little bit of blood in my steak, but not too much. Yeah, just taking it all in. Is it that noticeable? Just poking fun. It's been a long day for you. Soak it all in and relax if you have to. Yeah, you're right. Good. 1 second. Ro pulls out his phone and reads something on the screen. His expression darkens, his brow furrows, and he starts glancing off at nothing in particular. I follow his gaze, but there's nothing there. Whatever he read clearly bothered him, but he doesn't say anything. Next few minutes are quiet, uncomfortably so. Neither of us speaks. I sip slowly from the tall glass of water in front of me, hoping the tension will ease up. Eventually, the glass is empty and I'm left sitting in the silence, waiting. Thankfully, I spot the waiter heading back with our meals. Finally, something to talk about. Hello, gentlemen. Hope you two are having a fine night. Here's your food. Please enjoy. They set down 2 large plates of steak in front of us and bow before stepping away. Oh, wow. This looks amazing. Better taste as good as it looks. Without waiting, Ro cuts into his steak and takes a bite. He nods in approval. Not bad. Could be a bit bigger, though. I follow his lead and try mine. Definitely tastes as good as it looks. The aroma, the flavor, it's all incredible. I end up zoning out, stuffing my face with meat. That's what she said. Hey. Glance up and catch Ro staring at me. Was I eating too fast? Or maybe I did something embarrassing again. Yeah. Want to get your opinion on something. He stops, still looking behind me, focused, but unreadable. Unsure if he's lost in thought or actually watching something, I decide to turn and look. Nearly jump as David suddenly appears right beside me, wearing that unmistakable cheerful smile. Somehow, I'm not even surprised he's here. Hi! I knew it was you guys! How are you two doing? I glance over at Ro, who's now eyeing David just as curiously as I am. Hey David, we're good. Fancy seeing you again. We're just having dinner. Nice! Where's your other friend, Mr. Fox? Yeah, he couldn't make it. How's it going, though? Guessing you're also having dinner? That's right! I'm just sitting over there, behind the fancy aquarium. Reindeer points around the corner before sliding over to Ro and eyeing our table. Wow, you guys also got the steak? Ro slices off a piece of meat and eats it casually in front of David. No. Mr. Theodore, your friend is funny. Yeah, he sure is. I forced a smile, trying to keep things polite. Hey, Mr. Theodore, are you free later? Huh? Why? What's up? Well, since you're here, I thought I'd ask you to hang out. Tonight? Yeah, I hope it's not too late for you. What's the catch? Catch? There's no catch. So boring staying cooped up on my floor all the time. Then go out. I wish, but my dad doesn't want me going out, especially not to the city. This is too dangerous and hectic, especially with all the political stuff happening. Look at me started on the weather. It's been raining so much, I can't even go to the beach nearby. But the fish are happy, but I'm not. Aren't you rich? Just take your private jet out of here for the afternoon. Rose's tone is sarcastic, but his face stays unreadable. I can't tell if he's joking. I could. But the private jet's under maintenance at the moment. But anyways, want to hang out? We can play some video games. Oh, or I could show off some of my recent photographs. Well, I am kind of tired and it's been a long day. But I can't deny I'm curious what it's like to hang out with David. Well, he seems like he really needs someone. I can't help but feel bad. Sure, I'm down to hang out. Hooray! Come up to the 65th floor whenever you're done with dinner. You still have a business card I gave you? Yeah, it's in my wallet, I think. Great! Just have that ready in case someone asks what you're doing on my floor. Okay, sounds good. I'll see you then. I have to go head back to my table. Told my dad I was going to the washroom and I haven't yet. Oops. David scurries off the same way he came in. I noticed Rose shaking his head with a smug look on his face. Look at you, Mr. Popular. I didn't know you guys were so close. We're really not. I felt like he could really use a company. Ironic. Wait for him to explain what he means, but he doesn't. He just wipes his mouth and I suddenly notice his plate is empty. Wait, since when did you finish your food? Since the reindeer came over. Glances at my plate and chuckles. Take your time, though, unless you want to head over as soon as possible. It's not like that. I just got distracted and didn't realize you ate so fast. Oh, that's right. You were saying something before David showed up? Yes. Oh my. Oh my. That just activated several neurons in my brain. Neurons activated. I want your opinion on something. He leans in slightly, his eyes locked with mine, serious. I'll cut to the chase. What do you think of Lawrence? Have you talked with him after being introduced? Be honest. Lawrence? Takes a few seconds before I remember. The gray wolf I met earlier. Oh, him! He's kinda arrogant, haughty. I didn't speak with him at all. I took a nap after we were introduced. Why, did something happen? Got a text from Javier earlier. You probably noticed. Yeah, what did he say? Javier caught Lawrence trying to access some documents he doesn't have clearance for. Huh? What do you mean? Javier walked in and I'm trying to get into a system he's not supposed to be in. When questioned, Lawrence first said you asked him to look into something for you. For me? What? That doesn't make any sense. Exactly. Then he changed his story, said he accidentally used the wrong computer and misspoke. Claimed he was looking up something that might interest you. Huh? I'm so confused. Lawrence was trying to look up something I would have found interesting? I'm not sure what his game is, but I told Javier to keep an eye on him and report it to our boss. Tries to reach out to you, take my advice and stay away from him. He's trouble. Javier said something similar, but if he causes so much trouble, why is he still working for you guys? Take a guess. Think for a second, nothing sticks. I shake my head clueless. I don't know. Is he important? Don't tell me he owns the company or something. God, fuck no. Wouldn't be working at ARC if he did. I don't have concrete proof, but I'm almost certain Lawrence has some dirt on our boss or some shit. A normal person can only handle so much of that spoiled, egotistical prick. Javier told me Lawrence gets things done in a way that's unorthodox. Is that related? Javier told you? Just a bit. I still don't know the full picture. Well, he does, and don't worry about it. All I need to know is he gets results, and that's what our boss cares about since it keeps the business afloat. Even if the things he does are shady. I see. But couldn't that be the reason your boss keeps him around? Yes. That's what he claims, but I know my boss personally. That can't be the real reason. He sighs and shakes his head. That's beyond the point, though. I don't know what he's scheming about between this and his cancelled holiday, but stay away from that mud if he comes knocking. I nod slowly, still trying to piece together what this all means. Best not to overthink it right now. You got it. Good. And one more thing. Ro leans back in his seat, but his expression stays firm. Do you think you could bring me along after dinner to David's? Huh? Really? What? I was under the impression that, that you thought he was annoying. Not gonna argue that, but I'd like to come along if you don't mind. For the investigation. Oh, you mean the one you're currently investigating? Yes. I'd like to talk with Mr. Lurks if I can. David's dad? And how do you know he'll be there? I don't know, but it's worth a shot. Oh, okay, yeah, I guess I could bring you along. I don't think David would mind more company. That settles that. Let's go after your food, unless you need to do something else first. Ro grins and points on my plate. I glance down and realize I still have half a steak left. Sorry, I've just been distracted. Normally I finish my food pretty fast, and no, I don't have anything planned. I'm free after this. Great. Quickly finish up my steak, trying not to slow us down. You know how to stuff yourself. He winks at me before flashing a grin, and I nearly choke, my face turning red. This guy sure is smooth. We finish dinner and make our way to David's, quickly arriving on his floor. I blink a few times, glancing around the hallway, trying to figure out which direction to go. That's when it hits me. I forgot to ask David for his room number. Shoot, I knew I forgot something. I didn't get his room number. Should we just try knocking on every single door? Rose shakes his head dismissively and points toward a velvet rope barrier blocking off one side of the hall. His dad is rich. They probably have the whole floor themselves.
What, you can do that?
You can do anything if you have money. Rose starts walking toward the barrier, and I trail closely behind, glancing around to see if anything stands out. You got that card of his? Oh, 1 second. I dig through my pocket and pull out the business card, handing it to Ro. He steps past the rope and begins scanning the doors one by one until he spots at one tucked around the corner. Here. Well, how do you know it says this door? I don't. Knocks a couple times. The door swings open, revealing a large bear in a pristine suit. Definitely some kind of bodyguard. And you are? Here to see David. He invited us over. Ro flashes the card. The bear takes it from his paw and examines it with a sharp eye. Give me a moment. He closes the door on us without another word. I glance over at Ro, feeling uneasy. Do you think he believes us? He kind of looked repulsed by us. Probably just the way we're dressed. Let's give it a bit. Bright side is at least we're on the right floor. Yeah. We stand around for a while, though I'm probably the only one getting nervous until the door finally opens again. David pops up, his face lighting up with a wide grin as soon as he sees us. Hey, you came! Yeah, of course. I was worried for a second that you weren't able to make it. Especially since I forgot to get your number. Oh, I see. Oh, hey, I see you also brought your friend too! Yeah, I did. I hope that's okay. Rose said he wanted to tag along, isn't that right? Give him a subtle nudge when I notice he hasn't said anything yet. Sure, yeah. I'm interested. See? Well, of course! The more the merrier! Oh, then that means you can play this new game I got since we have 3 people! Maybe you guys want to try out this new AR tour my dad made. But first things first, come on in! David waves his arms gleefully as we enter, his face lit up with a smile. Wow. For some reason I thought the rooms on every floor would be the same, but apparently not. Walls here even fold back into the adjacent rooms, turning the whole space into one massive living area. Hey, did you guys want anything to drink or eat? I instinctively pat my stomach and shake my head. I'm okay for now. Got any bourbon? Bourbon? Let me check. David waves his arm toward the far end of the room, and a different bear in a tailored suit appears seemingly out of nowhere and walks over. Yes, Master David. Do you have any bourbon? I'm afraid we do not. Would you like me to call room service to order some? David glances back at Ro with a smile, waiting for his answer. Sure. You're the mister. Let's order some bourbon. Very well. Ro looks over at me, visibly impressed and a little amused. The bear walks off, already dialing room service, while David points toward the massive flat-screen TV mounted on the wall. While you wait for that, do you guys want to play some games? Looks at us expectantly, but Ro shakes his head right away. Not much of a game person. How about checking out my photo gallery? Took a bunch of shots in the city this week. Some of them might end up in next month's issue of my magazine. Got anything interesting? Interesting? Let's see. David's face scrunches up as he thinks hard until it lights up with excitement. I know! You guys want to try some cool tech stuff my dad brought for his tech show? Oh, sure. Okay, just give me 1 second. David runs into one of the many doors and pops back out through another, holding a sleek, thin laptop. Here we go! Taps on the keyboard a few times and swipes across the screen. The large TV in front of us flickers on. Okay, cool, now we can see all the screen. We all stare at the TV, and I realize he's just casting his laptop screen to it. Clicks on an icon labeled Nodal Vision's Memory Lane and dashes off into another room. 1 second, I forgot to get the goggles. Goggles? This should be interesting. We're playing fucking Beat Saber. We're going to fucking play Beat Saber. The TV goes black for a moment before displaying a minimal gray interface. The only thing on the screen is a large rectangular box labeled Begin Virtualization. David returns carrying 3 pairs of goggles that almost look like snowboarding gear. Alright, put these on. Powers them on, handing a pair to each of us before fiddling with his own. What exactly are we doing? Oh, that's right, I forgot to explain. We're gonna go visit our memories. It'll be fun. Huh? What do you mean by visit our memories? My dad explained it to me, but I forgot all the crazy technical details. Something, we can go back on our memories and check things out. It's like Street View before our memories. And this is safe, right? Totally. I gotta just put on these goggles. There are no wires, tubes, cables, or anything else. Here, I'll show you. David puts the goggles on and presses the big button. I hold my breath with nervous curiosity as the TV shifts into an eerie gray tone, then breaks out into a mess of static. And now I press this button on the laptop and think of a memory. We both watch, eyes widening as the static begins to shape itself. The image slowly stabilizes and becomes clearer. Within seconds, the static fades entirely, replaced by an image of lush plants and colorful flowers. Hey, isn't this the gardens in the Grand Marine? You got it! I'm thinking about how we met. See? That's me and that's you over there. I stare at the screen, confused by what I'm seeing. What do you mean, that's you? I thought this was your point of view. David scratches his head. It's obvious he doesn't fully get it either. Try joining me here. It'll make more sense. Just put the goggles on and you'll see. Okay. I pull the strap over my head and carefully adjust the goggles. A bright flash blinds me momentarily, and it takes a second for my vision to settle. Hang on. Oh. Just the UI. Whoa. This is trippy. So, it's like I'm in your memories, but instead of your perspective, it's third person? Yeah, that sounds about right. Or, how do we move? Just think about it and it'll move inside. My vision suddenly lurches forward, the surroundings blurring and stretching as if the system's catching up. Wow, this is making me kinda dizzy. You'll get used to it. Try thinking about where you want to go instead of actually moving. My perspective slows and it starts to feel more like walking. The plants, the ground, even the ceiling, it's all here. Yeah, isn't it cool? Dad said they're trying to add sound later. For now, it's just walking around and observing. Turn around and spot Rose standing behind me, taking in the scenery. Look, guys, if you come over here, you can see me and Mr. Theodore chatting. And look, this is where Mr. Theodore takes my camera and helps me. This is crazy. Why do I look so detailed? It is. Oh, this didn't blow up the fourth wall. This just straight up fucked the fourth wall. It's crazy. Why do I look so detailed? Well, you were what I was focused on, so you're the highest quality. Then stuff you weren't paying attention to is lower quality. Yep, look at that ceiling and the corners of the walls. They're kind of blurry. This is impressive, David. How long has your dad been working on this? Oh, I'm not sure. Let me think. The memory flickers. Before I know it, we're standing in a white void dotted by gray blurs. The fuck? David, is this supposed to happen? Oops, started thinking about something else and now I was trying to load that memory. The white void melts away as the world around us reconfigures into a large modern office. Hey, look, it's me and there's Uncle Gus! Must have been over 3 years ago. Uncle Gus? I'm okay. I look over at a large white fox sitting beside young David. Must be him. Both of them are fixated on the tablet in David's paws, like they're discussing something important. Ro and I move closer to see what's on the screen. Just a racing game. White fox stands and looks right at me and my heart skips. Ro notices me tensing up and points behind me. That's when I realize someone else just walked in. Oh yeah, my dad comes in and tells he's starting a new project called Memory Lane. David really is a copy of his dad. Even the fur pattern and antlers are the same. So, I guess it's the answer. 3 years. I'm surprised you even remember. You looked glued to your tablet. Me too, honestly. I look back at Nodal and the White Fox. They look locked in serious conversation. And then there's VR David sitting in the back, completely absorbed in his game. David. Turn toward the voice, but there's no one there. The goggles suddenly turned dark, then faded transparent, letting me see the real room again. Dad? What did I say about taking the work laptop without permission? I thought I had misplaced it again. Oh, sorry, Dad. I thought you were going to be busy in a meeting, so I took it. I wanted to hang out with my new friends. Friends? The reindeer sizes Row and me up before giving a small approving nod. I see. He steps forward and offers his paw, giving both of us a firm handshake. Nodal, but you can call me Note. I am Theodore. Row. So what brings you two here? Mr. Theodore helped me out in the gardens, and Mr. Row is his friend who came along. Yeah, I just wanted to say I'm a huge fan of your work, Mr. Lurix. Please, no need for formalities. Nodal is fine. And thank you, I take great pride in the work we do at Nodal Visions. I assume you're both here for TAI as well? That's right. Splendid. Well, we've already gotten a first-hand look at one of the prototypes I plan to showcase later this week in my keynote. What do you two think? It's really cool. There's so many practical applications. It'll definitely help people recall and relive their memories, but in VR. It's interesting. But I have some concerns. Oh? Do tell. First of all, how do you handle recursive memories? Recursive memories? Ah, yes, the boundless loop. We've built safeguards to prevent that from occurring. You can rest easy, we've already addressed it. What does that mean? What's the boundless loop? It's when you think of a memory when you were using the goggles themselves. What do you mean, like using the goggles to remember a time you were using the goggles? Exactly. That creates a memory layered on top of another, and if you're not careful, the memory loops in on itself, and that's where things spiral. Oh, I remember that! Poor Fred. He had to go to the hospital after he went insane. Now, David. Fred's situation was due to his own misuse. It had nothing to do with the boundless loop. Still, we've installed safeguards to prevent that sort of scenario. Try to recall a memory when you're using the device, the system simply blocks it. We're also working on a more robust solution to be included in the next iteration. Any other concerns? I assure you our researchers and developers have covered nearly every edge case at this point. Just one more. What about false memories? Nodal pauses, his eyes narrowing slightly as he thinks through the question. Yes, false memories. That was one of the toughest challenges during development. Unfortunately, we don't yet have a reliable solution, but we're actively working on it. So I could just imagine something in the system would treat it like it actually happened? Not exactly. Imagination and long-term memory are stored in different areas of the brain, though they're closely connected. What this means is that the system can't always tell if what you remember is accurate or altered. That sounds worrying? Yes, we're very aware of that. But as you've already seen, the tech is safe and non-invasive. I'd like to try it. You do? I glance at Rose, surprised. He's already putting the goggles back on. Of course. David, start the system again. On it! I take that as my cue to put the goggles back on. Almost immediately, the space around me returns that blurry static white. Alright, just think of a memory, especially what you were doing at the time. The goggles will do the rest. Where, or I guess, what memory are you going to visit, Ro? Medical school. Doesn't elaborate, he just stands there, eyes narrowing in concentration as the void around us dissolves into a dim library. Is it just me or does everything look brown? That's normal. When memories are fragmented, the system tries to reconstruct them. In those cases, objects appear with a sepia tint. Here, it appears almost everything in the memory is sepia-toned. Which means it's working as intended! I scan the room and spot a younger Rose sitting alone and studying intensely at a desk. Oh, I guess it must be exam season. You look really focused. As we watch, a small group suddenly appears from around a corner and approaches the table. Two of them, a tall tiger and a large husky, join him. Are these your friends? You could say that. Husky gets up after a moment, leaving the tiger and young Ro chatting one-on-one. Present Ro's eyes stay glued to the tiger, who hands something to his younger self, but it's too blurry to make out what it is. And that's it. What happened? Was that the whole memory? That's all I really remember. Wow, that was cool! I don't think I've ever seen that much sepia before! How fascinating. We remove the goggles and the room falls quiet. I can tell Nodal is deep in thought. There's a lot he's not saying. Thanks, that was fun. That was a substantial amount of sepia. How long ago was that memory? Over a decade ago. How interesting. He mutters to himself, walking over to the laptop. Tell me, was that a false memory? Wait, was it? That would explain all the sepia. Precisely. That's what I thought. You didn't know? I always had a hunch. This just confirms it. Guess it never happened. Yes, that makes sense. In our earlier testing, false memories usually showed just one or two elements that were forged by the brain. Those individual parts would appear sepia-toned. Never seen an entire memory cast entirely in brown before. Truly remarkable. What about you? Did you want to try this thing out? Wolf turns to me, waiting. Yeah, Mr. Theodore, it's your turn now. Sure, I guess I can try it out. I'm not really sure which memory to think about. Why not a happy moment from your life? I don't want to pick something too personal, but I also want it to be meaningful. Okay, I think I decided on something. Perfect. I slip the goggles back on and the white void returns once more. Focus on a memory. Especially what you were doing at the time. What I was doing. I was sitting on the hillside overlooking the town. I just finished helping out at the garden center and wanted to relax and enjoy the view. World around me shifts again, now fully rendered in VR exactly as I remember it. Wow! A hill! Is that you sitting at the top? Look up at the hill and spot my past self sitting quietly, facing the skyline. Seeing myself from the outside is surreal. Yeah, that's me. What are you doing up there? I just finished helping my family for the day. I came up here to wind down and enjoy the view. Oh, that's like me when I watch the sunset from my mansion! Who's that over there? Follow Rose gaze and spot someone I haven't seen in years. Short Wolverine with familiar backpack, all gray. My chest tightens. That's Coulson? But he shouldn't be here. Why is he gray? Yes, gray usually means memory conflict. It appears this memory is clashing with another existing one. Tell me, is this hill significant, or rather, is your connection to this place and this person important? I hesitate, struggling to explain why Coulson is here. Nothing comes to mind. I don't know. I'm not sure why he's here. How unfortunate. It seems there was a system error and the memory terminated early. We're still refining the tech. If you'd like, we can try again from the top. That's okay. I think I'm good. I take the goggles off and offer a smile to Nodal and David as I hand them back. I'm just getting a little dizzy from all that VR. I think I need to sit for a bit. No problem. It takes time to get used to, especially if you don't do VR often. Walk over to one of the sofas and sink into it. Still caught off guard by Coulson's sudden appearance. It's been a long time since he last crossed my mind. Hey, you good? You don't look so hot. I'm fine. The goggles were just a bit uncomfortable. You guys want to do something else? I was going to suggest video games, but if you're dizzy, maybe we should watch a movie instead. Sure, we could do that. In that case, I'll take the laptop and head out. Thanks again and take care. It was a pleasure having you both here with my son. It was a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Lyrics. Nodal gives us a small smile before picking up the laptop and vanishing into one of the many doors. So, what kind of movie do you guys want to watch? A bunch of my dad's friends are directors. I even have films that haven't released yet. Oh, I know. Do you guys want to watch Wolven? Wolven? I don't think I've heard of that before. Really? It's a foreign film, but it's super hyped. Okay, what's it about? Magic. And romance. Glance at Rose, still standing nearby. I'm down. You want to watch that? Ro gives David a bored look and shakes his head. It's getting late. I think I should go. Oh, really? But your bourbon just arrived while we were in VR. Ro flashes me a smug grin and plops down next to me. Alright. It's not like I need to get up early tomorrow anyway. Hooray! Alright, let me get the file. Reindeer rushes off and quickly returns with a tablet, syncing it to the TV. Grabs a bourbon from the table and then flops down beside Rue just as the movie starts. Film begins and I'm completely lost. Only the subtitles give me any idea what's being said in that unfamiliar language. Lean back into the sofa. Its warmth and softness is lulling me towards sleep. Lots of muscular men, eye candy and action fill the screen, but I can barely keep my eyes open. Oh, we passed the fuck out. Rub my eyes as I get up from bed, trying to remember what happened. What am I doing here? Wasn't I with David? Bro? Glance over and see the wolf heading toward the door. Did I wake you up? Ugh. Force myself up, shaking off the grogginess. What happened? Did I fall asleep? Yeah, you did. David insisted you sleep at his place, but I decided to carry you back after the movie. The movie? Oh, right. Can't believe I passed out like that. Don't worry about it. I've had a long day. Wait, what about you? Where are you going now? Back home. Checking out early tonight. Gonna continue with the investigation tomorrow. So you're leaving? Yeah. Wait. With my mind still half asleep, I realized I just blurted out something without thinking. I mean, do you have a minute? What is it? I sit back down on my bed, looking down at the floor, trying to find the right words. I'll be okay, right? Those texts I got, I mean, I don't have anything to be concerned about. You should be fine. Follow Javier's line of reasoning, you don't have anything to worry about. If something were going to happen to you, it would have happened already. In fact, I'd argue we caused more problems trying to help than those texts ever did. Yeah. Ro walks back over and sits down in the chair across from me, his expression focused but with a hint of concern. You don't look convinced. Sorry, I'm just paranoid. He sighs and motions toward my pocket. Give me your phone, I'll give you my personal number. If anything does happen, you just message me. Rummage through my pocket and pull out the phone, only to realize I still have the bit flipper that Javier gave me earlier. Oh, I still have this. Show her the bit flipper when I unlock the phone. Can't be bothered, plus he has like a million of those. Just keep it. Are you sure? If he really wants it back, he'll come and take it back from you. He takes my phone, taps in his number, and hands it back to me. There. Now you can rest easy. Thanks. Something's still bothering you, I can see it. You can? I mean... You need some rest, it's been a long day. Have fun with the rest of your stay at TAI, and be more careful. Rose stands up again, and though I want to ask him more questions about what he meant, I know I'd just keep him here longer than necessary. Thanks again, Ro. See ya. And just like that, he's gone. Lay back down, trying to process what the heck just happened today. There were so many things, it all feels like a blur. I'm not even sure how I should feel right now. Relieved it's over, sad that I'm alone again, upset that I'm still thinking about Coulson. I bury my head into the pillow and let out a long sigh. Shower and sleep, that's what I need. I'll think about this tomorrow. Day 3. A yawn escapes my mouth as I rub my eyes, still trying to wake up. I didn't get much sleep last night. Maybe I should sleep in for another hour. And then again, I'm on vacation. I should be out and about checking things out. Especially since the last few days have been pretty hectic, to say the least. I let out another yawn, my legs trudging toward the convention area. I need coffee sooner, I won't make it past lunch without collapsing. I power through, walking over when I notice a small crowd gathered around a large sign just outside the lobby. Huh? Is something going on? Curious, I make my way over, trying to see what everyone's looking at. Scheduling has been reorganized due to complications. Sorry for the inconvenience. Below the message is an updated schedule for the keynotes today. I scan the list, frowning when I realize the events I was looking forward to have been moved to later this week. Damn! Guess I really did get out of bed for nothing. And here I thought getting up early would do me some good. I scratch my head and look around, unsure what to do next. My eyes stop at the window. The silhouette of the buildings outside reminds me that I haven't actually explored the city yet. I mean, technically I've been driven around parts of it, but not the downtown core. There's some gray clouds outside, but it doesn't seem like it's raining yet. Alright, there's my chance then. Maybe I'll walk around the block, grab some coffee, check out some stores, and head back before it starts to pour. Make my way outside, letting the sense of adventure take over me. Doesn't take long before I come across a busy local coffee shop. If it's this popular, it must be good, right? I stifle another yawn as I line up, already deciding I'll just get a regular coffee. Eventually my turn comes and I order without much thought. Staff is hard at work behind the counter. Less than a minute later, my drink is ready. Take a sip and find a seat by the window. Hey. Look over and see a tall, slender jackal next to me, but I still glance around to make sure they're talking to me. Hi. How can I help you? He returns a warm smile, nodding reassuringly. I was just sitting down when I looked over and I couldn't help but notice. You look an awful lot like a friend I know. Really? Yeah, I know this is kind of weird, but... Would it mind if I took a photo of you to show him? Pulls out his phone and waves it at me expectantly. Yeah, sure, I guess. Why not? Thanks! Leans down and aims his phone toward us. Thanks, man. I can't wait to show him. He's gonna be so shocked. No problem. By the way, the name is Jay. Theodore. He extends a paw for a shake, catching me off guard, but I go along with it to avoid being awkward. So, come to this coffee shop often? No, this is actually my first time here. Oh, really? How do you like it? It's not bad. I don't usually drink coffee, but I thought I'd give it a try. Is that so? He chuckles and gives me an inquisitive stare, almost like he's trying to study me. Well, if you like this place, you should also check out the other shop down the street. They've got an amazing blend for...
And that's why I hate you!
What the heck was that? Glance over at the source of the shouting and see a small brown cat arguing on her phone just a table away from us. She throws a paw in the air, yelling something incoherent before slamming her phone down, pushing a chair back, and walking out of the shop. For a split second, the store goes silent. Everyone else looks just as stunned as I feel, still trying to make sense of what just happened. Jay and I glance at each other, unsure if we really saw what we just saw. What was that all about? No idea. Sounded like she was in some kind of argument. Oh wait, isn't that hers? Went over to the white leather purse that's still dangling from her chair. So it is. What do you think we should do with it? Maybe there's some contact information in there you can use to reach her? Or she'll come back? Hesitate, then shake my head. Probably not, considering how shaken she looks. Through the window, the jackal gestures toward the lady standing just a few feet outside the shop. Actually, she's just outside the store for now. You can probably return it to her now before she leaves. Nod and reach over for her purse before calling after her. Wait, miss! Several people turn to look at me, and my face flushes red from embarrassment. You realize how loud I was shouting. Look at the window again, but this time she's gone from my view. She couldn't have gone too far. I exit the store and turn the corner, spotting the cat jogging back toward me, waving when she sees the purse in my hands. Hey, that's my purse! Yeah, I was trying to return it to you. You forgot it inside. Silly me, I've been so scatterbrained today. Thank you so much, you're a lifesaver. Return her purse and smile. No worries, just happy I was able to find you. Hold on. Woman digs through her purse frantically, then looks back at me. Where's my jewelry? Huh? My jewelry was just here. My diamond necklace, then platinum earrings. There you are, miss. Turn to see Jay staring at me and the cat. There you are, Jay. Tell her I didn't take her stuff. He just stares back at me, expression blank, almost rehearsed. Jay? I'm not Jay. More importantly, don't try to change the subject. Huh? I saw him digging through your purse, miss. Oh, fuck. What? No, I never opened her purse. I didn't take her jewelry. Shake my head in confusion and shock. Had it been set up? Well, it was here before, and now it's not. Why don't you check her pockets, then? Panic and start digging through my pockets. See, I didn't take your jewelry. Then what's this? Jackal points at my feet, and I spot a small white ring on the ground. She squats down to pick it up, her face filled with shock. That's my earring! Are you sure? I blink at the earring in disbelief. What the hell's going on? See, it came right out of your pockets. No, this is a huge misunderstanding. Glance around, realizing a crowd is starting to gather around us. This is bad, I'm being framed. Hey, where's the rest of her jewelry? What do you mean the rest? How should I know? I didn't take it! I begin to panic, realizing the mess I'm in. Another man approaches, tall and lean, pointing directly at me. Hey, I saw him digging through her purse! Give her back her stuff! You know how expensive those earrings and necklace are? Give it back or I'm demanding $4,000! Or press charges, you creep! $4,000? I swear to God I don't have your accessories. Never spend that earring, huh? It was planted there. I swear to God I didn't take your stuff. The crowd is getting bigger. They're all surrounding me. Someone's searching me. Probably stuffed it somewhere. What? You saw him put something in his mouth. Suddenly I'm surrounded. Several guys are closing in on me. Without thinking, I turn and bolt. He's getting away. Someone get him. He stole my stuff. There's several pairs of footsteps behind me as I run, dodging pedestrians in my path. Stop him! Sharp pain in my thigh returns, but I force myself to ignore it and keep running. Charge through the streets, turning corners, trying to lose them with every red light. My lungs burn and my legs feel stiff, but the adrenaline carries me until the sounds of pursuit fade away. Push myself a bit more, crossing the street until I find myself at the beach. I look behind me, panting, relieved to see no one chasing me anymore. Collapse onto a hidden wooden bench behind some bushes and give myself a few seconds to recover. What the fuck? Shake my head, finally starting to process everything that just happened. I lie there on the bench, utterly deflated for the next few minutes until footsteps approach from behind. Spring up in alarm, but then I exhale in relief. It's just reporters. There are several people carrying video cameras, following a slim lioness talking to a shorter badger beside her. Look like they're filming some sort of interview, or maybe it's just a local news segment. Walk down the beach toward the water, but I can still hear their conversation. I see. So, Diana, how do you think the citizens will react to your new plans to improve the city? Diana, huh? I've spoken to many citizens across town in the past year. It was actually their idea to repurpose this area, the beaches, for example. Reduce crime rates, increase social programs, most importantly, use taxpayer money to actually improve the city. We want change, and I'm here to represent the people's wishes. Yes, and could you tell us a little more how you plan to defeat the current mayor? What's your game plan? Could you discuss that with us? There really isn't much to discuss. Most citizens know that Castleton is funded by big corporations and favors the CEOs who lobby against City Hall decisions. The city is still recovering from the aftermath of its poor decisions. especially after a scandal. Diana suddenly clutches her chest and starts coughing, causing the reporter and camera crew to stop filming. Sorry, I've been under the weather lately. Let's film the rest of this later. Group walks away, and I stand up, deciding it's time to move on. Hey! Stern voice echoes from behind me. I practically jump, but the panic fades when I turn around to see it's just Ro. Oh, hey, Ro. Just relax. Jesus, relax. It's just me. Was expecting to see you here. He scratches his beard and raises a brow as he checks me out. What the hell happened to you? It's a long story. What about you? What are you doing here? Points down the beach toward the harbor, about half a mile away. Investigating. You? I was running away from a group of scam artists. At least I think they were. They set you up? I sigh, feeling like an idiot as I recount the events. Yeah, some lady left her purse in the coffee shop and I ran out to try and return it to her. And then she accused you of stealing her stuff and demanding money? Yeah, how'd you know? It's one of the oldest tricks in the book. How much did they demand? 5,000? 4,000? Ha, that was close. He chuckles playfully and smirks. Well, at least you managed to lose them. Yeah. I glance back toward the city, feeling a knot of paranoia tighten in my chest. My eyes dart across the sidewalk, scanning the crowds. And then that's when I spot them, the jackal and a few men standing across the street staring right at me. Crap, they're here! I ducked instinctively, hiding behind Ro for cover. Don't tell me the scrawny-looking guys are after you. The jackal and his guys, yeah. Hey, there he is! We don't want any trouble, buddy. Get back the lady's jewelry or else. Peek over and see that we're surrounded by the jackal and three other men, all glaring at me. Oh, fuck off, he didn't steal shit. Yeah, and that's your word against ours. We all saw him steal the jewelry from the woman's purse. That's right! You got nothing on us. You're all bark and no bite. Who the hell are you? Stop defending a thief! Well, what should we do? I really didn't steal anything. God fucking damn it, these guys are a pain. Right here, you know. Go scam someone else if you know what's good for you. Is that a threat? They were scared of you? That brat has returned the stuff for pay. Let me ask you guys this. Why do you care so much? Don't answer, we already know why. You four are just low-life scammers preying on innocent people, trying to extort them with your shitty little games. Am I right? One of the men lunges at Ro with a wild punch. Ro sidesteps clean and the guy crashes face first into the sand. I step backward, heart pounding just as another thug charges in, this one flashing a knife, eyes locked on Ro. Watch out! Ro sidesteps at the last second and kicks out his leg, sending the guy sprawling into the sand. Come on, really? This is embarrassing. Jesus, this is getting crazy. Sudden roar cuts through the chaos as a much larger man barrels towards Ro, arms outstretched for a full-body tackle. Ro plants his feet, gritting his teeth as the two collide with a heavy thud. For a second, neither moves, locked in a clash of brute strength. Then Ro shifts his stance, grips the man by the waist, and with a powerful grunt, lifts him clean off the ground and slamming him onto the sand with a deep, heavy thud. I blink, barely believing how easy that was. That's 3 down. But where's the jackal? I scan the beach, the 3 men still struggling to rise, the last guy is nowhere to be found. Where's that damn mutt? Tense silence hangs in the air. I glance around, heart racing, but there's nothing. Suddenly, without warning, the jackal bursts out of the bushes behind us and slams into Ro, tackling him to the ground. Jesus fucking! They grapple for a moment, kicking up sand until Ro gets a hold on him and hurls him back into the bushes. Yeah, run! As 3 men scramble after them, slipping between cars and disappearing into the city streets. That was intense. Shake my head in disbelief. Even though I shouldn't be, I saw Ro fight the other day. Bunch of amateurs. Didn't even break a sweat. Look at the power plant put up a better fight than that. You alright? Yeah, I'm fine. No, Ro, your arm! Point to his sleeve, the fabric soaked in blood with a few drops trailing down onto the sand. Oh, fucking hell. He clutches his arm, his expression more annoyed than pained. And I just had this cleaned. Are you okay? Does it hurt? I'm fine. One of those bastards must have grazed me. Pulls up his sleeve, revealing a long bleeding cut. That doesn't look fine, that looks like a deep cut. I'm fine. You say that, but... My gaze shifts between the cut and his face. Anyone can see he's not fine, there's way too much blood dripping down. I think we should take you to the hospital. I said I'm fine. Blood trickles down his paw as he clutches the wound tighter. Grit my teeth as the sight of all that blood makes me a bit queasy. Ugh, no, you shouldn't be bleeding this much, this is serious. Ro finally looks down at the injury, letting out a sigh like he already knows I'm right. Not ideal for the investigation, but I guess I should. My ears flatten, guilt washing over me. Oops, that's right, I'm sorry. I totally forgot you were in the middle of that. Didn't mean to get in the way. Shh. It was my decision to help. Now, if you don't mind, I'll be heading to the hospital. Ro turns and starts walking toward the road, holding his bleeding arm like it's no big deal. Hey, you're not walking there, are you? Of course not. My car's just parked across the street. You're driving? How are you supposed to drive like a gash like that? Still got my other arm. I squint and shake my head at that statement. But you'll need to stop the bleeding. Ro doesn't answer. Both go quiet for a moment, the sound of his footsteps fading as he keeps walking. I can drive you to the hospital. Lord, guilt tightening in my chest as I remember he's hurt because of me. Technically, I can drive, even if it's been years since I last did. Wolf doesn't respond right away. He just slows down a little, like he's thinking it over. Hey, this is serious. Look at the trail of blood you're leaving. Point at the trail of blood. It gets thicker the closer it is to Ro. Clearly bleeding more with every step. If you seriously think you can drive like that... Follow him to the car, quiet now, but still hoping he'll reconsider. Leans against the door with a grunt, blood still dripping down his arm. One end, he fumbles in his pocket trying to get the keys. Ro finally gets him out, but his grip is shaky. Wolf tries unlocking the door with the remote, but the key slips. Fucking hell. Tries again, slower this time. I shift uneasily, watching the blood run down his fingers. This isn't going to work. Hey. Finally manages to press the button, but he just stands there for a moment, breathing heavily. Hands still resting on the door handle. I'm not helpless, you know. Say nothing, but I can't hide the worry on my face. He glances at me, then back down at his hand. His fingers twitch once, then fall still. He exhales sharply through his nose, almost like he's admitting something to himself. Fine. Take the damn keys, I'll tell you how to get to the hospital. I smile, relieved he's not too stubborn to listen. Ro pulls the keys from his coat and tosses them to me, clearly covered in blood. Catch them awkwardly, trying not to grimace as I wipe them off on the small patch of grass below. Glance away for a second and he's already in the passenger seat, giving me a look and signaling for me to get moving. Let's just get this over with quickly. Otherwise I'll be hearing it from Javier for weeks. Okay. I really need to organize my saves better. Don't want to overwrite that one. I do want to overwrite this one. Yeah, that's where it ends. What the shit? It ends with us getting scammed. Oh yeah, also the Christmas special released, but I'm not festive enough yet for that. Stay safe, have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrow.